1340 96.5 KVGC. Time for a look at the news for a Friday, the 7th day. Well, it's not the 7th day, it's the 13th day. Yeah, Megan's going to tell us all about Friday the 13th coming up. So anyway, it is 7 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock on this 13th day of the month of September. Full moon tonight, by the way, a harvest moon. And Megan and I were talking about this earlier. This will be the last full moon on a Friday the 13th until 2049.
That's crazy, man.
That is a long time from now.
Oh, my gosh.
That is a long,
30 years from now.
The last full moon. So 30 years from now, I'll be 93.
I'll be turning 70 that year.
Really? I'll be 93. I don't know.
We'll be the same age then, Jim.
I don't know if I'll be around then. If I am, I hope I'm in good health.
You'll be in here in the station.
Exactly.
We'll be doing the news.
That's probably right. You got that right. So last occurrence was on October 13th of 2000 of a full moon on the Friday the 13th. Next occurrence, August 13th of 2049. And Megan, you were saying the moon was so big and beautiful on the way. Just huge.
It was.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, I'll be driving home tonight from the station after the football game. That moon will just be, boom, just huge. Well, actually, the moon tonight will be what's called a micro moon, and it will appear about 14% smaller in the sky because the moon will be at a point farthest from the Earth that it is, and it's
fascinating.
Travels. So anyway, there you go. A little bit of a story on the full moon. Megan's going to tell us a little bit about Friday the 13th, too, coming up a little later on in the morning. In the news today, the Calaveras County Board of Supervisors have closed final budget hearings for the 2019-2020 fiscal year and approved the 2019 housing element update of the county's general plan and the housing element. Now, supervisors made one amendment to a section of the update related to a program that is, quote, to provide fee reductions, fee waivers, deferral payments, or installment payments for development and or building fees or replacement projects. Now, this is for people that lost structures in state or federally declared disasters. Well, the supervisors amended that to include those that also have lost structures during county declared disasters. In other business, the board held the final budget hearing for the 2019-2020 fiscal year. During the hearings, disaster recovery spending over the past 4 years was at the center of the conversation. The county's spending on disaster response and recovery for 2019, about $14.3 million, is up 2% from last year's budget. But the county has only received $12.1 million in reimbursements from federal and state agencies. The general fund reserve is currently at $5.3 million, but it may be drawn upon to cover additional disaster recovery expenses in the future if an alternative funding source is not identified. The final budget will come back to the supervisors for adoption in the coming weeks.
Hey, the 2020 Calaveras County Fair and Jumpin' Frog Jubilee has a theme. Woohoo! After sifting through 110 slogan entries and much deliberation and discussion, the board of directors chose, ready for it, Frogtown Hoedown.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
You can't help but not go, yeah!
Don't you want to be a frog dressed up in a hoedown costume? I do. Daria Westberg from Copperopolis submitted the winning slogan. In thanking everyone who entered, Fair CEO Lori Giannini said it was amazing to have such a great response and so many different concepts to choose from. Westberg will receive a VIP package to the 2020 Calaveras County Fair for providing that winning slogan. The Frogtown Hoedown is set for May 14th through 17th, 2020.
And Amador County Tax Collector Mike Ryan is reminding taxpayers that property tax postponement applications for the 2019-2020 tax year are now available. California's property tax postponement program, administered by the state controller's office, allows homeowners who are seniors, are blind, or have a disability, and who meet income eligibility and other requirements to postpone payment of property taxes on their primary residence. Funding for this program is limited, and applications will be processed in the order they are received beginning October 1st of this year. Now, again, this program is administered by the state controller's office, not the Amador County Tax Collector's Office. Now, participants must reapply each year and demonstrate they continue to meet eligibility requirements. A postponement of property taxes is a deferment of current year property taxes that must eventually be repaid. Repayment is secured by a lien against the property. Applications and additional program details can be found online at the State Controller's Office website or by calling 1-800-952-5661. Please note that, again, Amador County Tax Collector's Office is not involved in the application process or the administration of this grant, or of this program, rather, I should say.
Calaveras County is currently searching for an interim auditor controller. The job posting for the normally, would you like me to say that again? Auditor controller. The job posting for the normally elected
I'm still thinking about the frog down, hoedown.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if the auditor controller would dress like a hoedown frog.
You never know.
The job posting for the normally elected position, which pays just under $112,000 per year plus benefits, went out this Wednesday. Rebecca Callan, who was reelected in 2018 to the post and who has worked for the county since 2006, recently resigned to take a finance position with the Save Mart supermarket chain that began on September 1st. At the time of her resignation, Kaylin cited that she had been complaining a while that her pay, more than a third less than other counties' pay in the area for similar positions, was not in keeping with her level of responsibilities. The county's description of the post indicates that that position would be an appointment by the Board of Supervisors to complete 3 years of a 4-year term as the department head. Candidates must complete an online application and submit it with a resume and letter of interest. Currently, plans are that those chosen to attend those chosen will attend an oral interview, and they will be screened on October 23rd, after which the finalists will be interviewed at a later date by the Board of Supervisors.
And the annual Amador Master Gardener's Tomato Tasting Event drew 76 entries this year. The varieties were spread almost evenly among red, non-red, and cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes, the category actually grew to 22 entries this year. In the end, Wes Schultz of Sutter Creek took first place honors with his variety Tiny Tim. Now, first place in the red tomatoes went to Susan Price of Sutter Creek with her Mountain Magic variety. And in the non-red category, placing first was Cherokee Green from Susan Port and Joanne Winter. Now, a striped German tomato weighing in at 25.8 ounces was brought in by Joyce Gilson of Herald and was awarded the prize for the largest tomato at this year's event. Two returning judges, Steve Muni, Chef Steve, and George Erdosh. George has written a number of cookbooks. They were joined this year by Central Sierra Director and 4-H Youth Development Advisor Jolynn Miller for a blind tomato tasting event.
Mental health challenges and suicide prevention are the subjects of an art exhibit opening tonight with a public reception from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Amador Arts Center in the Motherlode Plaza in Jackson. The Amador County Arts Council, in partnership with the Amador County Suicide Prevention Coalition, has curated the Heart of Hope show and is hosting the reception to coincide with National Suicide Awareness Week. Heart of Hope Art Show will run through October 15th, Monday through Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. See how the arts unite people around mental illness in a way that provides hope and strength, even for people who have not experienced mental illness. For more information, please call 256-8166 or visit amadorarts.org.
And chickens of all ages will be available for adoption today and tomorrow at the Calaveras County Fairgrounds. The hens and chicks were confiscated from an illegal marijuana grow in Copperopolis last month. The birds will be sold $2.50 or $5 per pair, rather, at the adoption event at the fairgrounds. Again, that's today and tomorrow from 10 to 2. All transactions are cash only. The buyers must bring their own carriers. Now, the chickens have been cared for by the Calaveras County Animal Control Services and fairground staff since August 28th, when employees and volunteers spent hours recaging and transporting the birds. Now, again, these are just hens and chicks. There were a number of roosters that were also confiscated, but they actually were fighting animals, were fighting birds, and so they're very aggressive, and these are just hens and chicks. So anyway, want more information on this, contact the Calaveras County Animal Control.
Hey, we've got a new fire station, and it's open in Buena Vista. It's the Buena Vista Rancheria Fire Department, and they are having an open house tomorrow, Saturday, September 14th, from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. You can stop on by, bring the whole family, take a tour. There's activity for kids, meet the firefighters, information for adults, and that's the Buena Vista Fire Station, number 181 on 4655 Coal Mine Road.
That's a look at local news on a Gold Country Friday morning from the KVGC News Center.
I'm Megan O'Keefe.
And I'm Jim Geedy reporting. Remember, for the latest news, traffic, and weather 24 hours a day, visit our website, kvgcradio.com.